It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on the Jaguars. Superstar wide receiver. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Jags and the Colts under the lights on Thursday night.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 62 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short.
Oh, he rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. James Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard. Take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on the building. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments up where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Open man is Mingo, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
This is intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, Cook. He'll be hit down at the 43, 5 yards on the play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight, and so far it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now Lawrence. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Jaguars are once again back in front. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Ready.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Come on, set.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The tackle by Eric Armstead. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. So no run here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Again, it's Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Love now. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jordan Love taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Lawrence now off the bootleg. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a smart.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gotten up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks him backwards. And that interrupts the momentum that we're building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Switch down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Love now to pass on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Check right.
Love, they go play action now. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Again, it's Love. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Jags offense now, tied for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Play action this time with Love. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action. Love to throw. And complete. Right side to Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Love's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Love. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Loves this throw finds Smith and Jigba. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Love from the gun. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. First down, going to the air with Love. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Trenton Simpson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Check pink, black swap, Smith red.
To throw now, here's Love. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Love. Now this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Yellow, check right.
They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 3 yards out. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do. Here as we start the fourth. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Eric Armstead. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Set, hut.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ready up.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Love now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Jags. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman from 19 yards away. And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Slide through. Ready?
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, Love. His throw incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To the air again, Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 108 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He's got Mingo. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jonathan Mingo, 28 yards. And the Jaguars have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now down by 7, a little under 2.5 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down, love to pass, and it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Love's throw complete there to Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Check pink. Black block.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now Love. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. Taking it about the 1. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he's got him in wide open. Complete. And a good pickup there as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock up near the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They give up the middle to Akers. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is 1st and 10. Lawrence. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point forthcoming. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Love. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone.
Yellow, line, blue, check, switch, yellow.
One last shot now for Love. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jaguars, The Perps get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to